Someone is about to confess their feelings for you. This will shock you, and don't scroll, because the moment your eyes landed on this message, something in your spirit stirred, something quiet but powerful whispered, "My child, declare this quietly, I receive my divine protection." And beloved, subscribe. Heaven says what's coming next is meant for you. This is meant for you, and listen to this, because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now, especially if you've been feeling waves of emotion you can't explain, especially if your intuition has been louder than usual, especially if you've been sensing someone thinking about you even in the silence, because what's unfolding behind the scenes is much deeper, much bigger, much more spiritually aligned than anything your mind has been able to process lately, and the universe is nudging you, guiding you, pulling you toward this truth. Someone's heart is overflowing with emotions they can no longer hold back, someone who once hesitated, who once held their feelings close, who once tried to convince themselves they weren't ready, has reached the point where silence feels heavier than honesty, where distance feels more painful than vulnerability, where pretending not to care feels impossible. And don't scroll, because your heart needs this next part. This person has been thinking about you non-stop, replaying conversations, rereading old messages, imagining the sound of your voice, the softness of your presence, the way your energy made them feel safe in a world that rarely offers real peace. And listen to this, because it matters. They've been walking around with you in their mind like a secret they can't keep anymore. And what they feel isn't a crush, isn't a moment, isn't something temporary. It's soul level, it's spiritual, it's connected to the deepest part of their heart, and even they don't fully understand why the pull toward you has become so strong, so undeniable, so destined, but the universe knows, and that's why the signs have been chasing both of you. Angel numbers like 111 when their heart sparks with the thought of reaching out. 222 when your energy aligns with theirs in the quiet moments. 333 when the universe tries to guide them into courage. 444 when spiritual protection begins surrounding this connection like a soft unseen shield. And don't scroll, because this message is for you. Someone close to them has noticed the way they talk about you, the way their eyes shift when your name comes up, the way their voice softens when they remember something you said, and that person has called them out gently, saying things like, "You know you care about them more than you admit," or, "Why are you holding back?" And deep down, hearing that truth hit differently, like an emotional earthquake they weren't ready for but desperately needed. Because your person, the one who's about to confess, has realized that these feelings aren't going away, that running from them isn't working, that pretending not to feel the connection only makes the ache stronger, and they are finally reaching a turning point, a spiritual awakening that's transforming the way they see you, themselves, and the connection between you. And don't scroll, because your heart needs this next part. Lately they've been having dreams about you, dreams that feel like memories from somewhere beyond this lifetime, dreams where they hear your voice clearly, dreams where you're standing in front of them and they feel the warmth of your presence even after waking up, dreams that shake them because they feel more real than their day-to-day life, and those dreams are pushing them toward truth, toward honesty, toward vulnerability, and every time they wake up, their heart whispers the same thing. Tell them how you feel, but fear has been holding them back, fear of being rejected, fear of losing control, fear of opening their heart only to watch it break. But don't scroll, because this message is for you. Their fear is breaking down, cracking apart piece by piece, because your silence, your distance, your emotional shift has become the wake-up call they never expected, and now they can feel your energy pulling away, and that scares them more than opening up ever did, because the idea of losing you has become unbearable, something they can't ignore, something that keeps them up at night wondering if you've moved on, if you've let go, if someone else is stepping into the space they should have protected. And listen to this because your heart needs it. Their emotions are overflowing, their chest feels tight when they think of you, their mind keeps drifting back to your energy no matter how busy they pretend to be, and every sign, every song, every unexpected reminder of you nudges them closer to confession, closer to honesty, closer to choosing courage over comfort. And don't scroll because what I'm about to say is important. They've been rehearsing what they want to tell you, practicing the words in their mind, imagining the moment they finally reach out, and the confession won't be casual or half-hearted or vague. It will be raw, honest, emotional, the kind of confession someone makes when they realize they're about to lose the one person who ever made their soul feel safe, seen, understood, and aligned. And listen to this because this message is for you. The universe is aligning things in the background, pulling you two closer, creating moments that will make the confession feel divinely timed. And if your heart has been restless, emotional, anxious, or unusually sensitive lately, it's because your energy is picking up their shift. You're feeling their thoughts, their longing, their awakening in real time. And don't scroll because your heart needs this right now. The confession is coming. Not months from now, not someday, but soon, very soon, because their soul can't hold this truth anymore, their heart can't pretend anymore, their spirit is ready to speak the words they've been swallowing, and when they finally step forward, it will shock you, not because you didn't sense it, but because it will arrive exactly when destiny decides the moment is right. Don't scroll. Because what I'm about to tell you is the emotional continuation your heart has been sensing without fully understanding, and listen to this carefully because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now. The person who is about to confess their feelings for you has entered a phase of internal awakening so intense, so undeniable, so spiritually guided that they can't escape the truth anymore, no matter how hard they try to distract themselves. And deep down they know this shift started the moment your energy pulled back, the moment your soul stopped chasing, the moment you stepped into your own power without even realizing it. And that quiet shift inside you echoed through them like a spiritual alarm clock they couldn't snooze. They felt it, the loss of your warmth, the softening of your presence, the withdrawal of your attention, and that emptiness hit them harder than they expected. Don't scroll, because your heart needs this right now. They've been walking around with this unsettled feeling inside them, a heaviness in their chest that only grows stronger the more they try to ignore it. Their spirit feels restless. Their intuition is louder. Their emotions are bubbling up like water rising behind a dam, and they know that sooner or later, something inside them is going to burst. Listen to this, their friends have been noticing the change too. Someone close to them recently said, "You're not yourself," or "You've been quiet lately," or even, "Who are you thinking about?" And when your person tried to brush it off, their voice cracked just enough to reveal the truth they've been hiding. They've been zoning out during conversations, staring at their phone like they're waiting for a miracle, replaying your messages in their mind like a song they can't stop humming. And that's because your energy, even in silence, holds space in their heart that no one else has ever filled. Don't scroll, your heart needs this next part. They've been seeing signs everywhere. Every time they start to convince themselves to move on, the universe throws something in their path that pulls them right back to you. Angel numbers like 111 when they're thinking about confessing, 444 when the universe steadies their spirit, 555 when transformation sparks inside them, 222 when their emotions align with the truth they've been running from. And lately, those signs have become impossible to ignore. It's like the universe is cornering them gently but firmly, whispering, "It's time. Speak." And listen to this, they're starting to feel things they can't explain. Sudden waves of emotion that hit them out of nowhere. Moments where they feel your energy even when they're alone. Random flashes of you in their mind that make their heart race. Their spirit is waking up, aligning itself with something real, something destined, something they didn't realize they were ready for. Don't scroll. This message is for you. They've been dreaming about you more often, dreams so vivid that they wake up breathless, reaching for a presence that isn't physically there but spiritually lingers in the air around them. In these dreams, they hear your voice, see your smile, feel your energy, and every time, the dream leaves them with the same message: you're not done. You're not letting this go. These dreams have become spiritual confrontations. Emotional mirrors showing them what their waking mind tries to suppress. Their heart knows. Their soul knows. Their spirit knows. And now, finally, their mind is catching up. Listen to this, because your heart needs it. They've been afraid for so long. Afraid of saying the wrong thing. Afraid of not being enough. Afraid of opening up and losing control. But now the fear of losing you forever is louder than the fear of being vulnerable. And that shift is everything. They're feeling pushed, guided, propelled toward truth. They don't want regrets. They don't want what-ifs. They don't want to wake up one day and realize someone else stepped into the space where they were meant to stand. Don't scroll, this is important. Someone close to them recently said something that shook them. Something like, "If you care that much, why aren't you doing anything?" And when they heard those words, it exposed the truth brutally and beautifully. They've been hiding from the one thing they actually want. You. Your presence. Your connection. Your heart. And now they're done hiding. They're done pretending. They're done suppressing. Listen to this, your person is getting ready to take action. They're rehearsing what they want to say. They're practicing how to express emotions they've never put into words before. They've typed out messages and deleted them. They've hovered over your name late at night, whispering to themselves, "Just do it," only for fear to pull them back, but that fear is fading fast. And don't scroll because your heart needs this, their longing is turning into courage. Their hesitation is turning into clarity. Their silence is turning into action. Something is building inside them, a confession rising from the deepest part of their soul. Not a random "hey" or a casual check-in, but a real admission of feelings they've been carrying for far too long. And the universe is guiding this moment, aligning emotions, timing, intuition, and circumstance to bring the truth out. Listen to this, if you've felt emotional lately, if you've had sudden waves of sadness or warmth, if you've thought of them out of nowhere, it's because your energies are sinking. You're feeling their shift. You're feeling their awakening. You're feeling their heart reaching out to yours spiritually before reaching out physically. Don't scroll. This is for you. The universe is preparing both of you for a moment where honesty replaces fear, where connection replaces confusion, where confession replaces silence. And that moment isn't far away. Their soul has decided. Their heart has decided. Now their mind is preparing to follow. And very soon, the confession they've been holding back will begin to rise to the surface. And when it does, everything shifts. Don't scroll, because the message coming through right now is rising with a kind of emotional intensity that your soul has already been feeling, and listen to this because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now. The person who's about to confess their feelings for you is entering the most vulnerable phase of their awakening, the point where all the emotions they've been suppressing are bubbling up so powerfully that they can't hold the truth down anymore, and this is exactly why you felt waves of anxiety, random bursts of warmth, or sudden flashes of their face in your mind when you least expect it, because energetically, spiritually, emotionally, they are reaching for you in ways they never dared to before, and the universe is amplifying that pull to make sure you don't miss what's coming. Listen to this. They've been trying so hard to keep their composure, acting like everything is fine, smiling when people ask how they're doing, pretending their life is steady, but the truth is they've been falling apart quietly in the most beautiful way, because falling apart is the only thing that could break open the walls they once kept so tightly around their heart. They're experiencing a spiritual cracking, the kind that makes someone finally confront what they've been avoiding, the kind that reveals the truth behind their hesitations, the kind that forces them to admit that they've never felt anything as real, as magnetic, as spiritually anchored as what they feel for you. Don't scroll, because this is exactly what your heart needs right now. Someone close to them, maybe a friend, maybe a sibling, maybe a coworker they trust, has noticed the shift, the quiet change in their mood, the softening in their voice, the way their eyes glaze over when something reminds them of you, and that person finally said something that hit their soul harder than they expected, something like, "You're in love with them, aren't you?" Or, "If they mean this much to you, why haven't you done something?" And that question cracked open a truth they could no longer hide from, even in their own mind. Listen to this. They've been replaying every moment with you, every conversation, every shared look, every time their heart recognized yours before they were ready to accept it. They remember the softness in your voice, the way your energy felt comforting even on their worst days, the way being around you made them feel safe in a world that rarely makes sense, and it's these memories that keep pulling them back, pulling them forward, pulling them toward confession. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this next part. They've been feeling jealousy in ways they've never experienced before. Just the thought of someone else being near you, someone else making you laugh, someone else giving you attention, someone else stepping into the space they took for granted, it shakes them emotionally, it twists their chest, it forces them to confront feelings they tried to ignore. They've imagined losing you, imagined you walking away, imagined you giving your energy to someone else, and every time that thought crosses their mind, their heart sinks in a way they can't describe. They know now that silence isn't protecting them, it's risking everything. Listen to this, because the universe needs you to hear it. They are not the same person they were when the connection first began. A shift has been happening inside them slowly at first, then all at once. They're becoming more intuitive, more emotionally aware, more spiritually awake. They've been seeing angel numbers like 1111 not once, but repeatedly, especially when thinking about you. They've caught 1212 on receipts, on clocks, on random street signs. They've been seeing 144, the number of divine alignment, right when they're contemplating reaching out. And each time, something inside them whispers, "Stop running. It's time." Don't scroll, because this message is for you. They're preparing themselves emotionally in ways you don't see. They're having long late-night conversations with themselves, pacing back and forth, debating whether to open their heart, imagining the moment they finally tell you everything, imagining what your reaction will be, imagining the relief that will wash over them when the truth is finally out of their chest. They're scared, but they're more scared of saying nothing. They're afraid of rejection, but they're more afraid of regret. They're afraid of being vulnerable, but they're more afraid of losing the one person who made their soul feel recognized. And that internal battle is now leaning strongly in one direction, toward courage. Listen to this, they've already tried reaching out emotionally without reaching out physically. You feel it. The sudden urge to check your phone. The moments where you feel like they're thinking about you. The waves of emotion that hit you without warning. That's because their energy is brushing against yours spiritually, testing the waters, trying to see if your heart is still open. And don't scroll, your heart needs this, it is. Your soul has been waiting for their awakening. Your intuition has been sensing this shift. Your spirit has known something was coming because the connection between you two has never been random, it's been guided, aligned, orchestrated by something bigger than both of you. Listen to this. They've reached the point where pretending is no longer an option. Their heart is pounding with truth. Their spirit is restless with emotion. Their mind is exhausted from overthinking. And soon, very soon, the pressure will break open into action. They're going to confess, not because they feel forced, but because their soul has finally caught up with their feelings. And when the moment comes, it will be raw. It will be honest. It will be emotional. It will be the truth they've swallowed for far too long. Don't scroll. Your heart needs to prepare, because the universe is aligning both of you for a moment that will change everything. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to reveal is the emotional turning point your spirit has been waiting for, and listen to this carefully because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now. The person who is about to confess their feelings for you has reached a level of emotional intensity that is pushing them toward a choice they can't run from anymore. A choice their soul has already made even while their mind was still filled with fear, and now everything inside them is pulling, pushing, urging them toward you. They've been carrying the weight of this connection like a secret burning in their chest, and lately that weight has grown heavier, not in a painful way, but in a way that demands release, honesty, truth. Don't scroll, their awakening is happening in real time. They've been overwhelmed by emotions that don't make sense logically, but spiritually? They're crystal clear. Every time they try to distract themselves, something reminds them of you. A song that instantly triggers memories, a place you once mentioned, a phrase someone says that sounds eerily like something you told them, and it pulls them right back into the reality of what they feel. Their soul is tired of hiding. Their heart is tired of pretending. Their mind is tired of running. Listen to this because this message is for you. The universe is orchestrating their emotional unraveling for a reason. They've been encountering signs everywhere, stronger than before, louder than before, impossible to ignore. Angel numbers showing up at the exact second you cross their mind. 111 when they start imagining what it would be like to hold you again. 222 when they wonder if the connection is still mutual. 333 when the universe whispers, speak your truth. 444 when they feel your energy brushing against theirs. 5:55 when their entire life feels like it's about to change. And the truth is, it is. Don't scroll, because you need to hear this part. Their emotional walls are collapsing, one after another, not because they want them to, but because the connection is stronger than their fear. They've been having internal arguments with themselves, battling between, what if I get hurt, and, but what if this is the love I've been praying for? And lately, the second voice is winning. The one that whispers possibility instead of panic. The one that recognizes your energy as home. The one that knows deep down that their hesitation is the only thing standing in the way of something extraordinary. Listen to this, you've been feeling them emotionally. Those sudden waves of warmth? That spike of anxiety out of nowhere? That moment where your heart drops without explanation? Those aren't random. That's their energy reaching out. That's their soul brushing against yours. That's the spiritual thread between you tightening because the universe is pulling you closer to the moment everything finally comes out. Don't scroll because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now. Someone close to them has recently confronted them in a way that shook them emotionally. Maybe they said, "You're not okay, so stop pretending." Or, "It's obvious you care about them, why aren't you doing something?" Or maybe, just maybe, they asked the exact question your soulmate has been avoiding, do you love them? And that question forced a realization they couldn't dodge anymore. They paused. They swallowed hard. Their chest tightened. Because suddenly everything made sense, the longing, the restlessness, the jealousy, the dreams, the emotional pressure. It was never confusion. It was love they were too afraid to name. Don't scroll, this next part matters. They've been imagining a future with you more vividly than they ever admit. Imagining what it would feel like to sit across from you again. Imagining what it would feel like to touch your hand. Imagining hearing you laugh, seeing you smile, watching your eyes soften the way they did before everything got complicated. They're picturing your reaction when they finally speak their truth. They're rehearsing apologies, confessions, explanations. They're preparing emotionally for vulnerability. Something they've avoided their whole life. Listen to this because your heart needs it, they are ready to choose love over fear. Ready to step into honesty instead of silence. Ready to risk vulnerability instead of losing the chance to be with someone who sees their soul. They're realizing that silence has consequences. Distance has consequences. Pride has consequences. And the thought of losing you is the one consequence they cannot live with. Don't scroll. Something big is happening within them. Their dreams have intensified. Their intuition is louder. Their emotions hit them in waves that leave them staring into space, replaying moments with you they thought they'd forgotten. They're experiencing synchronicities so clear they feel supernatural. They've felt your name inside their chest like a heartbeat. They've had flashes of you at random moments, like the universe is showing them glimpses of what they're meant to return to. Listen to this. They've tried to push these feelings away, but every time they do, the universe brings your energy back stronger. They see your initials unexpectedly. They hear your favorite song in random places. A stranger says something that sounds like your voice. And each moment chips away at their resistance until only truth remains. Don't scroll because this message is for you. They are preparing to step into the moment that will change everything. A confession is forming, rising, building behind their silence. They're gathering courage they didn't know they had. Their heart is beating with urgency. Their spirit is calling them toward action. And soon, very soon, their truth will become words. Words meant for you and only you. Words their soul has been waiting to speak. Words your heart has been waiting to hear. The moment is approaching, and when it arrives, nothing will be the same. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to reveal is the part of the story where everything inside them begins to unravel in the most divine, destiny-driven way, and listen to this carefully because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now. The person who is about to confess their feelings for you is standing in a moment of emotional truth they cannot escape anymore, a moment where every suppressed desire, every unspoken word, every swallowed feeling is rising to the surface with a force they no longer have the strength to fight. Something inside them has shifted dramatically, almost violently, like the universe reached into their chest and flipped a switch they'd been terrified to touch, and now they're feeling everything at once: longing, regret, hope, fear, desire, confusion, clarity, all blending into an emotional storm they can no longer hold back. Don't scroll, because your heart needs this. They've been waking up with you on their mind before they even open their eyes, and going to sleep with your name echoing through the quiet spaces of their thoughts. They've been drifting through their days feeling like something is missing, something they can't quite name out loud but feel in every beat of their heart, and the deeper truth is, that something is you. They've been remembering things they didn't even realize mattered. The exact tone of your laugh, the way your energy felt warm in a way nobody else's did, the way your presence made them aware of parts of their soul they didn't know existed. Listen to this message is for you. Their emotions are overflowing to the point where they've stopped trying to hide it from themselves. They've cried over this. They've broken down quietly in places where no one saw them. They've had moments where they had to sit down and breathe because the weight of missing you hit them so hard it felt physical. And the universe has been intensifying everything, every sign, every dream, every intuitive nudge, because the spiritual world is pushing them toward what their heart has always known. They are meant to speak their truth to you. Don't scroll, because your heart needs this next part. Someone recently told them something they haven't been able to get out of their mind, something like, if you don't talk to them soon, you're going to lose them, or, you look heartbroken, and you're not even admitting why. That comment was a shockwave. It forced them to confront the truth they've been burying. They're not okay without you. They're not moving on. They're not forgetting you. They're pretending, and everyone around them is starting to see through the cracks. Listen to this. Their soul is restless. They feel your absence in the way their mood shifts unexpectedly, in the way their heartbeat speeds up when something reminds them of you, in the way their thoughts wander back to you even when they're in the middle of something important. They've tried to date other people. They've tried to distract themselves. They've tried to tell themselves the connection was in their head. But every attempt has failed because their heart is loyal to the truth their mind tried to deny. They feel something for you that they've never felt for anyone else. Don't scroll, because you need to hear this. They've been experiencing powerful signs, more intense than before. Angel numbers like 111 when they think of texting you, 222 when their spirit senses your energy, 555 When the universe whispers, big change is coming. 717, a sign of soul reunions, appearing out of nowhere. They've been getting emotional chills during random moments. They've been hearing songs that feel like messages from the universe. They've been dreaming of you in ways they can't explain. And it's all building toward something, a confession they can no longer hold inside. Listen to this because this message is for you. They've been imagining the moment they see you again. Imagining what you'll say. Imagining how your eyes will look when they finally tell you everything. Imagining the relief of finally speaking the truth instead of drowning in silence. They've imagined hugging you. They've imagined apologizing. They've imagined breaking down in front of you because the weight of loving you in silence has become too heavy. Don't scroll, because this is the part that will make your heart feel something deep. They are terrified, absolutely terrified. That they waited too long, that you're slipping away, that someone else is stepping into your life, that your heart might be moving on. And that fear is lighting a fire inside them, pushing them to act before they lose the one person who ever made their soul feel seen. They've been emotionally overwhelmed to the point of shaking, pacing, overthinking, writing messages they can't bring themselves to send, deleting them, rewriting them, whispering your name under their breath in moments of vulnerability. Listen to this, the spiritual pressure on them is reaching a breaking point. Their intuition is screaming at them. Their heart is pounding with urgency. Every part of their being is telling them the same thing: say something. Do something. Don't lose them. They can't hide behind pride anymore. They can't pretend anymore. They can't run from this connection anymore. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. They are preparing for the moment they finally choose courage over fear. They're imagining showing up unexpectedly. They're imagining sending the message that changes everything. They're imagining confessing, really confessing, telling you how long they've felt this way, how deeply it runs, how scared they've been, how much they've missed you. And the universe is guiding them closer to that moment every single day. Listen to this. The emotional eruption inside them is not a coincidence. It's divine timing. Your souls are aligning. Your energies are syncing. Your destinies are preparing to cross again. And their confession, the one their soul has been carrying quietly, is on its way. It will shock you, not because you didn't sense it, but because of how raw, honest, deep, and spiritual it will be. Don't scroll. The moment of truth is approaching. Don't scroll, because this is the part where everything inside their heart starts to boil over, where their emotions become louder than their excuses, where the universe stops whispering and starts shouting. And listen to this because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now. The person who is about to confess their feelings for you is reaching a breaking point so intense that even the people around them can feel the shift in their energy, the heaviness in their voice, the way they go quiet when your name crosses their mind, the way their eyes glaze over like they're lost in a memory they haven't been able to shake, and what they haven't admitted out loud is that your silence, your distance, your absence has forced them into an emotional awakening they didn't see coming. They've been trying to hold on to their composure, trying to act like they've got it all together, but inside they're falling apart in slow motion, quietly, deeply, spiritually, because the truth is rising inside them like a tide they can't push back anymore. Listen to this, don't scroll, your heart needs this. They've been catching themselves staring at their phone every 5 minutes, hoping for a message, hoping for a sign, hoping you'll reach out first, but every minute that passes without hearing from you only tightens the knot in their chest, only makes them more aware of how badly they need to talk to you, how much they miss you, how deeply they care. They've been overwhelmed with regret, real regret. Replaying every moment they hesitated, every opportunity they missed, every time they held back instead of telling you how they truly felt, and this regret is gripping them harder day by day because now they're realizing the truth they ran from is the truth they can't live without. They love you, and the fear of losing you has become bigger than the fear of telling you. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They've been getting signs everywhere, and it's freaking them out in a way they didn't expect. 1111 when they think of texting you, 222 when they question if your heart still feels connected to theirs, 555 when they sense a change coming, 717 showing up at the exact moment they remember something you once said. And the universe is hitting them harder because this connection is divine, not accidental. They're having dreams again. Vivid, emotional dreams where they're talking to you, touching you, confessing everything they hid, and they wake up shaken because the dreams feel more real than their daily life. They've even had dreams where you walk away from them, and those dreams have left them breathless, sweating, terrified, because losing you, even in a dream, feels like a kind of heartbreak they're not built to survive. Listen to this, your heart needs it. Someone close to them has noticed the emotional shift and has started to ask questions. Questions like, why do you look so sad lately? Or, why don't you just tell them how you feel? Or, what are you so afraid of? And they don't have an answer because the truth is complicated. They're afraid of opening up, but even more afraid of a future without you in it. This person is watching them unravel, watching them wrestle with their own emotions, watching them try to act normal while their heart is screaming for you. Don't scroll, your heart needs this next part. They've been imagining you with someone else, and the thought alone makes their chest tighten, makes their breath catch, makes their heart sink to the pit of their stomach. They can't stand the idea of someone else touching the parts of your soul they felt connected to. They can't bear the thought of losing their chance because of their own silence, their own fear, their own hesitation. They're realizing now that if they don't speak up soon, they may lose you forever, and that realization is pushing them into a level of courage they've never tapped into before. Listen to this. They've been practicing what they want to say to you, rehearsing the message they want to send, writing paragraphs and deleting them, imagining calling you just to hear the sound of your voice, imagining showing up in person because texting doesn't feel powerful enough for what they need to say. They're scared you won't respond the same way. They're scared you've moved on. They're scared your silence means your heart is closing. But even in that fear, something bigger is pushing them forward. Their soul. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. Their intuition is louder than ever, tugging at them, whispering your name, reminding them of moments they thought they forgot, memories they tried to bury, emotions they tried to numb. The universe is aligning everything, the signs, the timing, the inner pressure, because this connection is meant to come back into alignment, and their confession is a part of that divine process. They're starting to feel restless, unable to sit still, unable to focus, unable to pretend the emotions aren't there. They're pacing, fidgeting, zoning out mid-conversation because their mind keeps drifting to you, to what they want to say, to the moment they finally break the silence. Listen to this because this message is for you. They know, deep down, that you're the person their soul feels safe with. They know no one else has ever understood them the way you did. They know that the peace they felt with you wasn't normal, it was spiritual. And they know now, clearer than ever, that if they don't come forward soon, they will regret it for the rest of their life. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. Your soulmate is about to do something bold, something vulnerable, something completely out of character, because your silence, your distance, and their overwhelming love for you are creating a divine pressure they can't hold back anymore. They're going to reach out. Maybe with a message. Maybe with a call. Maybe in person. Maybe with a confession that spills out faster than they can control. But the moment is coming, and when it does, everything, the tension, the confusion, the longing, the unanswered questions, will finally start to shift. Their confession isn't just a possibility anymore. It's fate. And it's getting closer than you think. Don't scroll, because this final part is the moment where everything converges. The signs, the tension, the longing, the dreams, the emotional storms, and listen to this carefully because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now, more than you realize. Your soulmate is standing at the edge of a life-changing decision, a decision that has been building inside them for weeks, months, maybe even since the first moment they felt your energy brush against theirs in a way that felt too familiar, too magnetic, too spiritually precise to be random, and now the universe has backed them into a corner, not to punish them, but to force them to tell the truth their fear tried to silence. They've been walking around with you in their spirit like a secret they can't hide anymore, carrying your memory like a weight they can't set down, feeling your absence like a missing limb, and every part of their life has been reminding them, pushing them, nudging them toward the same realization. If they don't confess what they feel for you, they're going to lose the one person their soul has never been able to forget. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. Their family has noticed their mood shifts, the way they zone out mid-conversation, the way their voice softens when you're mentioned, the way their laughter has dimmed, the way their spirit looks tired in a way that only heartbreak can cause, and someone close to them has already said something like, "You need to fix this," or, "Why are you letting them slip away?" or, "You're not yourself lately." And those words hit them like truth they didn't want to hear but couldn't deny. They've been carrying guilt so heavy it makes their chest tighten at night, guilt for hesitating, guilt for pulling away, guilt for testing the connection, guilt for not telling you sooner, guilt for every moment they let pride win over vulnerability, and this guilt is transforming into determination, determination to make things right. Listen to this message is for you. Your soulmate is having emotional flashbacks. Moments where they remember the exact tone of your voice when you said something comforting, the way you looked at them during a moment of vulnerability, the way your presence settled their soul in a way nobody else ever has, and these memories are hitting them like lightning because they're realizing that nothing, absolutely nothing, has ever compared to what they felt with you. They're seeing angel numbers everywhere, but now they're not just noticing them, they're understanding them. 1111 doesn't feel random anymore, it feels like a call to action. 222 feels like reassurance that the connection is mutual. 555 feels like the universe telling them change is not only coming, it's necessary. 777 feels like divine confirmation. 1212 feels like alignment. And each number pulls them deeper into the truth, they need to talk to you. They need to confess. They need to stop running. Don't scroll, your heart needs this next part. They've been dreaming of you more vividly than ever before. Dreams where you hold them. Dreams where you walk away. Dreams where you speak without sound and they feel the meaning in their chest. Dreams where your souls meet somewhere beyond time. They wake up shaken, sweating, sometimes even emotional, because these dreams feel like warnings, reminders, invitations, and they can't ignore them anymore. Their intuition is louder than their fear now. Their spirit is restless. Their emotions are overflowing. And the universe is orchestrating a moment where everything pushes them forward at once. Listen to this message is for you. They're scared. Terrified. Shaking. Not because they don't love you, but because they do. Because this is real. Because this connection isn't temporary, or casual, or replaceable. Because you touched parts of their soul they didn't show anyone else. Because they know that once they confess, there is no going back. And that level of vulnerability feels huge, overwhelming, almost sacred. But even in that fear, something stronger is rising, courage. A courage they didn't know they had. A courage born from love, not logic. A courage born from divine timing, not impulse. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. They've been practicing their confession in their mind. Imagining what they'd say, how they'd say it, whether they'd cry, whether they'd shake, whether they'd apologize first or just spill everything at once. They're imagining telling you that they never stopped thinking about you, that they never stopped feeling you, that your energy stayed with them even when they tried to push you away. They're imagining telling you they miss you, that they're sorry, that they should have chosen you sooner, that losing you would be the biggest mistake of their life. And they're imagining you listening, breathing, looking at them the way you did before, with softness, with knowing, with that soul recognition that scared them and comforted them at the same time. Listen to this, the moment is closer than you think. They're reaching emotional capacity. They can't hold it in anymore. Their spirit is cracking. Their heart is overflowing. Their silence hurts more than vulnerability ever could. And this, right now, this exact season of your life, is the build-up before the breakthrough. The energy is so heavy because the confession is so close. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this last part. They are coming forward, not maybe, not someday, not if things align, but because everything inside them is rising, pushing, demanding truth. Because their soul is choosing you. Because the universe is guiding them. Because they would rather risk everything than live one more day wondering what could have happened between you. The confession will be emotional. It will be raw. It will be honest. It will be the moment their heart finally speaks the words their fear tried to silence. And when it happens, you will feel everything shift, the energy, the connection, the future. This is not the ending. This is not the silence. This is not the goodbye. This is the moment before the truth breaks open. Don't scroll, because the person your soul is tied to is about to speak the words your heart has been waiting to hear.